So as you know, Valley Electric entered into a binding agreement to sell its 230 kV assets to Grid Alliance, and that sale is proceeding forward. Right now we're caught up in some of the changes that are happening in Washington, D.C. When Valley Electric, then the sale was approved to move forward by the members, then we had a number of agreements that we needed to seek approval on. The first was the California ISO, the grid operator, and the California ISO Board of Governors approved that sale. And then they also, their member owners, or the other operators within the grid, also approved that. Then there was a number of filings that went before the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, and there was about 12 of those filings that went in. Many of those have been approved, but now we're caught up in a lot of the change that's going on in Washington, D.C. There are 5 commissioners that are appointed by the President to serve on the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. At the end of the year, we were down to 3. And then with the change in the presidency, one of them chose to get off, gave 2 weeks notice, and that was prior to our approval then making it through the process. So now we're down to 2 FERC commissioners, so there is not a quorum. And so the sale cannot be approved until there is a quorum of FERC commissioners. So now we're caught up in waiting for an appointment by the President on new FERC commissioners so that this can move forward. So that's where we're at with the sale right now, is we're waiting on Washington, D.C. to appoint commissioners and to continue the process. But we have 2 entities, Grid Alliance and Valley Electric, that are moving and doing all that we can to proceed forward with the sale. And of course then, as the sale is approved by FERC, then we will move on to the next step, which is the distribution of the premium payments and the retirement of patronage capital and all those things that Valley Electric is going to have the opportunity to do. I guess I would remind everybody that one of those they're already achieving today, and that was the rollback or the reduction in rates back to the 2010 level.
Does it look like there's going to be an appointment soon on the board?
I can't say, but I do know that the President is working on making those appointments, and obviously this is a very important position. Those FERC commissioners not only have jurisdiction over transmission electric assets, but also gas assets. And so we have the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission that has oversight over many installations and many business dealings across the United States. And so we do need that position filled, and they know that position needs to be filled. So I'm sure that, it's another one of those positions that we'll hear about shortly.
And I'm sure they're getting a lot of pressure from a lot of different entities.
Absolutely.
Is that the final hurdle?
Really it is. That's the final hurdle, because we've had time to work through and receive all the other regulatory approvals and then all the other things that need to be done.
And so everybody's enjoying that rollback on their rates right now. Mm-hmm. And then do you know anything about the capital credit retirement right now?
Okay, well that will be done then after closing also. So once we see FERC approval, then we'll have the closing, and then that'll allow us to make the premium payment of $579 to each member, and then also the special retirement patronage distribution.
You'll keep us posted?
We will.